Black is back. Hello from the hole, and yeah, what can I say that I hadn't said before? The fact that we're all just literally being slaves to a system that we created. Things doesn't have to be that way, but it could be better, and they just don't make it better. They profit off of the suffering. This world will suck you up and spit you out, and so it can suck you up again. As people just don't care. This world is horrible. The work in the world is horrible. It's be a wonderful person and you still get screwed over. It doesn't care. It doesn't care about you, me, or anybody. It only cares about profit, and the only way to do that is through this misery. I mean, the work can still get done in better ways, and you keep bringing people into the system and giving them copes and everything. Try to deal with it, try to make things seem better than they really are. Because it's always about regulation, everything, religion, it's always regulation, it's all, just get it, grow more food so they can be more slaves, and just everything. It's just coping with the reality of slavery. Because these evil motherfuckers that could easily help, right? But they don't. They profit off everybody's misery. It's an evil world. The word live spelled backwards is evil. They're preventing people from living. They think that life is just being a slave to a damn system, but actually it's an evil, corrupt piece of crap, and it's BS, and these people keep procreating here because they fall in love, and then they get all this stuff so they can just be slaves, and if you don't do it, you're a disappointment, and you try to be happy with it, and then you're a disappointment, and people are forcing you in to things that you don't give a fuck about doing. And it's just we're all meant to think, oh, that's life, that's okay. That's life, but it's not living. It's just being a slave to a bunch of, just so you can wake up and be a slave again. There's no life there. The coping, there's a difference between actually living and just coping, just doing things so that you'll feel better, right? I mean, when's the last time you actually went out and just did something like, oh, I didn't have to pay for it, right? I just did it because I felt like it. I didn't do it because I only need to do this now because it'll help me feel better about having to handle all this crap later. That's coping. When you're living, you're doing it because you want to do it and because there's nothing else there at the end of it waiting to spit in your face again, Because I can honestly tell you that this world has never done anything but disappoint me and just let me down. You count on things, you count on people to help. They don't help. They don't care. People don't care. You start to open your eyes. It's like, you know what? Nobody cares. They act like they care, but it's all fake and dumb. You don't have the money, this paper money that they created. Well, we can't help you. Get out of here. Yeah. It's just a piece of paper. But it symbolizes all your effort. What if I don't remember even asking to be born, even if I was spiritually born? Well, it's just like, yeah, fuck you. You see, it's just, people are crazy. They're careless, they're crazy, they're evil. They just go with the system that these evil assholes at the top or whatever profit off of all the poor people. Gotta be a slave, whether they like it or not. They don't want to be a slave. Or they don't even know better. A lot of them don't even know better. They just go, it's like, oh, this is just how life should be. You wake up in the morning and it's like, it's just another day of suffering. There's that little moment where you just, it just feels like a good night's sleep, and then it all just comes coming back to you, right? It's like, oh yeah, my parents are mad at me. Oh yeah, I got to go to work early today. Oh yeah, it's going to be a month before I can do this. Or, oh yeah, I had a car wreck. Or, oh yeah, I got to go to the store. And it's a pain in the ass. This life is a pain in the ass. And it's just, that's why you go to sleep. Because I think that's kind of where we go when we die. more permanent. I don't know if we ever come back here, but that's probably our decision. Because I was on a thing last night. It's like, okay, well, you know, if everything is consciousness and everything's free will, then why is it that, you know, people come here? Well, probably because they're just forced here because someone had sex, right? Or they're spiritually, you know, they're off in some la-la land in spiritual world or wonderland or whatever, right? Before they come into this rabbit hole matrix, and it's like, okay, yeah. That's why babies cry when they're born, because they come to, you know, the brain, you know, isn't developed enough quite yet, but I'm sure they can sense out that, yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass having to live in this world. You know, and they can just sense that. And that, you know, it's just because it's the cold air and whatever. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I think it's more deeper than that, and not too deep, though. But I do know one thing, is that this world will mess with you and fuck with you in every way you can, and you try to say something, and it's like people think that you're weird or whatever, and you try to be real, and yeah, people think you're weird, but you gotta be all fake. It's like, oh, life's great, and then even then they'll think you're weird. You can't win. It's a lose-lose, right? You go to a job interview, it's like, why do you want to work here? Because I need money. You know, but you can't say that, all because I need to work well and blah, blah, and they still won't take you, you know. And it's like, why can't you work? Because no one will give me anything. And then you're forced to do all this crap that you don't give a fuck about, and hell, it doesn't even probably work out. It's designed to set you up for failure, guys. It's going to let you down. Oh, I mean, unless you're one of those people that actually manage to go through life and not really, you know, have anything to deal with, then good for you, but most of the time it's going to be just scraping by so you can have the basic bare necessities, and if you're lucky enough to even get that. And luck is just a concept, right? Luck is everything. It's an illusion. It becomes real because you think it's real, but this world has been designed to make people a slave to a system and profit off their misery, and then basically laugh in their face without them knowing it, and make everything seem good like it isn't hell, even though it is. And keep on bringing kids into that. So they can suffer too, right? I suffered, now this kid needs to suffer because it's a thing to do. I fell in love, I'm going to have sex, and now that's it. And now they got to suffer like me. The best thing you can do to say fuck this is to not have kids, because there's always going to be these evil dumbasses. I mean, if that ever happens to where the, you know, rebellion and, you know, overthrow them, then go ahead and have kids. But they still can have all this stuff that can happen to them. They still can get brain cancer and whatever. There's too much pain and suffering here. It's not worth bringing somebody here. If you want to do something, then whack off, or have a dog or cat, or adopt, or I don't know. But it ain't worth having a kid. People think that a baby is a blessing, but it's actually a curse, because they're going to be saddled with that baby unless they're one of those assholes that just throw them on the street, you know, have an abortion. And, you know, they're just going to suffer. They're going to suffer, man. The child is going to suffer. There's not going to be anything for the kid other than just having to get up and go to work, just so they can get up and go to work again later, and just cope in between until they're too old and decrepit to be able to provide for themselves anymore. And then they inevitably die. I mean, hopefully we go to a better place. We go where we deserve to be. It's always about gaining popularity. It's always about making this person over here think I'm worth something. Nobody really gives a fuck. Nobody can just help each other just to be helping each other. And if they do, it doesn't matter because there's no profit in it. No. There's no profit in that. We need to have a system where people are just having to slave their life away, while we get to sit and, you know, get drunk and get smoked and kick our feet back and laugh our butts at it and behind closed doors or curtain or whatever. Because if they find out about it, it's like, oh, we rebel. How? You know, I'm sure they got it set up to where nobody can ever really have their way. But you go on and have kids, because I can't stop you, because there's nothing I can say to stop anybody from having a kid. They're going to do what they want. You're going to get a system that's going to keep right on moving along. It's just a constant struggle of trying to prove yourself, trying to make people think that you are worthy of their praise or their honor or their decency or their help in general. Nobody really gives a fuck about each other. Nobody really understands anybody, and they act like they do what they don't. It's like, oh, just do the work. I don't want to do this crap, but you forced me into it. I mean, if I was in some spiritual realm bored, I wouldn't want to incarnate the baby. I would just say, fuck it and get out. But I really do think that when a man and woman have sex, that we're just forced here spiritually from a spiritual place. We're like soaking in the spa, or we're running in the fields, and we're dancing and having a good time in spiritual land, and then mommy, daddy have sex, and we're just forced here. The consciousness is just forced into a body, right? And now we got to put up with all this crap until we die, and we get the hell out of here. It's like, okay, all right, I put up with all your crap for all these years, and I was man enough to not kill myself, which I don't recommend. So just, yeah, can I go back to where I belong now? Because it's just, that's basically what life is. It's a great big, interruption in your spiritual bliss, wouldn't you say? Because like we're all just happy in this spiritual place, if we even exist before then, because I mean everything can't just exist from nothing. And then we're just forced here. We're forced into the world, literally, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. All these levels, everything comes into this dense outer part of the universe, because everything comes from within, right? Not the other way around. A lot of people think this is the center of the universe, and then we just, yeah, it's, everything is, this is a direct manifestation. It's part of the history of everything. It's the direct result of that. But I'm telling you guys that this world is just going to keep on going, whether you like it or not. It's going to keep fucking people over, and you're just going to keep forcing people into it until they can fucking, it's like, fuck this, can I go back home now, I really do feel that way, because I don't, if we were in a spiritual perspective and we were looking at how this world is, like, I don't want to go there. I want to go over here and play foosball or something, play games, have fun, soak in the spa, eat whenever I want, drink whenever I want, just be cool and chill and have a good time, and I don't want anything to do with this stupid world. And the whole reason why we're here in the first place is because we're just, I don't know, evolution, people being curious, curiosity killed the cat, right? We go too far, and it's just, now we gotta pay for it. I mean, it's paying for what? What are we paying for? To exist in the first, it's stupid. That's dumb. Why are we paying to exist when we already exist? That's so dumb and it's fucking stupid, man. Oh my God, I just don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, it's just, I wish I could fix things and everything. We could rebel against all this crap and just fix it. And, mommy and daddy wake up and realize that we never really asked to be here, and we're just, we don't want anything to do with this. And if you hadn't had sex and forced us here, fuck you. Yeah, I know how you don't give a fuck about crap, people, or my viewers. I know how you don't care, and I love all my subscribers. I know how you don't care about any of this stuff, or you wouldn't be listening to this. You'd be off playing games or watching movies or listening to music or whatever, swimming, dancing, walking, coping in every way you can. Those are the main things I do, is the YouTube and going across the street there to that spirit house. I wouldn't really call it a church. I do it strictly for atmosphere. It has nothing to do with this religious crap, which is basically the direct result of mankind just trying to fight. It's just everybody's always trying to dominate each other and control each other. I mean, all that stuff was true, then it just goes to show that God is an evil bastard, and we don't need to follow that. I'm not going to follow that. I believe that we create all that, and my God would be a creator that just, it's beyond, it's just one great mind that we're all parts of, and it's free will and consciousness is the same thing. That's my God. This biblical crap is just the direct result of people trying to control each other, and basically, if it was true, it would mean that it's just fucking with us. And some people do believe that it is that kind of thing, fucking with you. And if that's the case, then whatever, then it doesn't matter anyway. Don't worry about it. It's still conscious free will, everything, and we're just, all this stuff that exists, causality, whatever. It's just direct result of the fact that we exist in the first place. Now, why do we exist? Well, I don't really know that. It's just we just exist, and we're here having an experience, and we're now having a pretty crappy experience. We're not doing a good job of that, and that's just being honest. That's not being real. I mean, it's not because I'm just an asshole or whatever. Oh, he's an asshole for saying that humanity's fucking with itself. Well, aren't they? You tell me, guys. You comment below whatever you guys think. I mean, do you think I'm wrong in what I'm saying? Do you think I should just submit and never have a heart and mind and soul and brain of my own, that I'm supposed to just take all this crap that I feel and just flush it down the toilet and act like everything's wonderful? Or do you really do think that we ought to just overthrow it and say fuck it and let's just be spiritual beings that we always have been in this dense reality until we inevitably leave it? How are we going to gain anything from going through all this suffering? How's that going to help anything? It's just going to make people hate each other and make a miserable experience. So we can make a happy experience, we can make a crappy experience. I want a happy one. And we just, there's too many people out there and it's hard to agree on anything. That's all, why wars will always be death, disease, starvation, and war are the four main things, right? No death in the other higher realms. In this crystallized realm, we leave it. There's no disease, there's no imbalance, there's all this COVID crap and all this crap that's happened. No starvation, no need to eat, no wars because everybody thinks better. That would be heaven, or thinks alike. Hell, which is where we are, that would be a place where everybody thinks different. It's just, it all makes sense to me that we're just little pawns in our own game, and we're just, waiting for fucking checkmate. Fucking take the king out, and we don't have to play this stupid game anymore. Because fuck this, the pawns overtake it, and fucking become a queen or king or whatever, and take out the king. Fuck this world. We're back to normal, which is just loving and helping each other, right? And just fuck everything else. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you guys, I'm just tired of feeling like crap, and I know you guys are, and I want everything to work out. And it's just, how do you do that? And you gotta do all this stuff that you probably don't want to do. Why has it got to be like that? Why can't we just have what we want and need, and just love each other and help each other? Because there's gonna be these evil motherfuckers that just ruin everything. And we need to take them out. How do we take them out? Everybody uniting and rebelling. But as long as they're putting all this stuff out there to make people, to try to cope with their slavery in between, and they're never going to notice this stuff. It's just fucking, there's no way out other than just for people to just wake up. That's what this YouTube is all about, is trying to wake people up. And now it's getting to the point where you can't even do that because you got to go, fucking policies and everything. I mean, Jesus fuck, man. Oh my God. I hate this world, and I'm tired of the people and everything just fucking with itself. I don't know, it's just bored. It's spiritually bored, and you gotta have all this crap in order to fucking, keep itself going. It's like, why? What? Oh my God. Because it's just, it helps us wake up in the morning. It helps us keep moving forward. It's not worth all the pain and suffering. Oh, but we could, it just goes on forever, guys. Fuck this bullshit. I'm tired of it. Okay, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys again when the time is right. This Black Hole over and out. Bye-bye for now. Peace. Thanks for listening. And yeah, love you. Bye.